Hello and welcome back to another episode of Britain's Worst Run Football Club. 3 games into the Premier League season, won 2, lost 1, currently sitting in 6th. Not a bad start. First of all, however, if you haven't already, go over to that subscribe button, hit subscribe and like the video as well, it really does help. Also, any comments you want to put in the comment box below, feel free, I'll answer whatever I can. So, those 3 games, if you haven't already watched them, we beat Fulham 1-0. Nicolas Pepe getting us off to a great start to the season with a 1-0 win. Came up then against a good Leicester team who, despite all of our chances, they came away with 2-0 victors. Mauro Icardi, absolutely insane. Just his goal was a joy, even though it was against us. It was a great goal to concede. And then Ipswich last season, they were just running away with the league. We managed to beat them 3-1. 2 goals by Lasme and a goal by Nagalo also really helps us out here. Still looking for a kind of centre defensive midfield option. We've got a couple of transfers lined up at the minute. Following Balogun from Arsenal, out of contract at the end of the season, 2.4 million bid. He's quite a versatile player, right wing, left wing, and he can play up front as well. So looking to bring him in, 2.4 million. I think his wages are fairly cheap as well. Can't really see what we've offered him. I think it's about 26,000, 27,000. And also looking at James McAtee, instalment deal for 8 million, 4 million up front, and then some clauses over time as well. He looks like he'll be kind of a good player, looking to potentially move him into defensive midfield option. But that's kind of what we got going on so far. Nothing else in regards to transfers other than trying to bring Rekic back. Just as a kind of a backup defensive midfielder, right back, centre back if required. Still trying to look to get rid of Carmelo, along with, as you can see, there's a lot of players I've been looking at trying to bring in. Maldo, Tabidze and Carmelo are all players we are looking to move on. However, we are about to kick off against Crystal Palace, so I'll see you then. So, coming into the game against Crystal Palace, we've made only one change to the starting team. Tresoldi's coming up front in place of Salcedo. He played alright when he's come on as a substitution in the last couple of games, so we're going to give him a go as an advanced forward for us. And lastly, Uros Kabic is kind of low on fitness, so we're bringing Patrick Roberts in to replace him on the bench. And unchanged team other than that. Tresoldi may struggle to complete the game, but he needs to play in order to get his fitness up. Now, Caprile for Palace is a player that we were tempting to sign in the summer. However, he's chosen Palace, he's chosen the money over the heart and spirit of football. So we'll hopefully make him regret his decision. And there he is, Caprile. He kicks it up long. Nagalo wins a header. So looking at the Palace team, they've signed a fair few players here. Be interesting to see how they end up with us at the end of the season as well. But however, Lavia hits it out to Richards. Richards runs in from the right. Nagalo tries to clear it and it is blocked away from Eze's effort. Scary time straight away. Palace on the front foot. They have got the money though over us. And they have made some good acquisitions in the summer, so this should be a tougher game than it is than when we played Ipswich. Ferguson outside the box to Diallo, blocked. Almendra heads it away. Lasme holds it up. Poor ball out to Tresoldi, and kind of the attack ends as it is there. We are playing away from home. They have got the most possession so far, but Nathan Ferguson is on a booking, so hopefully we can kind of distribute down the right to affect them there. Caprile, he kicks it out. Sessegnon loses out to Niambe. Bustos back to Sessegnon. Into Elise, back to Sessegnon. Good play by Palace. Bustos taps it into an empty net. Pretty much poor defending from ourselves. But we need to do a lot to get back into this game off here. So Sessegnon into Elise. Elise back to Sessegnon. Lovely 1-2. Sessegnon crosses it into Bustos, who, as I said, taps it in from close range past Mealy, who had no chance there. But can we hit back? Nyambe, back to Worrell. To Almendra, back to James, back to Worrell. Almendra with a searching ball out to Chong against Mitchell, but Mitchell comes away with it. Gives it to Sessegnon. Palace may counter-attack us here. Lovely little bit of passing from themselves. It's quite reminiscent of us last season in the Championship. Richards on the overlap on the right-hand side here. He cuts into the box. Good tackle by Tibidze. He is meant to be a left-back, but he's quite narrow in his position there. Finds Pepe out on the left. Pepe into Lasme. Lasme to Chong. Can we get back into it? We can get back into it. Chong with an equaliser. Nice decisive counter-attack from ourselves there. Looked quite dangerous with Palace down the right there, but Tibidze gets a great tackle in. Beats Pepe. Pepe into Lasme. Turns. Kind of a blind pass to Chong, who runs into the box. And he does put it past Caprile. Caprile. Who knows? We have equalised. That's all I care about. So 23 minutes gone. Another highlight for Palace. Eze down the left for them. Well, the left for us. They're right. So Relvas brings it forward from centre-back. He's not being closed down at all. Finds Sessegnon, who then finds Bustos. I don't know if Melee saved that, but it's hit off the post potentially. It has gone as an offside. A bit of a let-off then. Not sure why we let the centre-back run for miles. And Melee has... Oh, I think we need to drop Melee. Not sure what happened from that free kick. We're getting punished in the Prem. Melee, you can't be making these kind of mistakes. Not sure what that was. Just tip it over the bar. Sessegnon with a tap-in. And the Palace do regain their lead. Although kick-off highlight for us, Almendra to James to Tresoldi, back to Almendra, loses out to Eze. This could be a long day. Elise down there right, crosses it in. Diallo picks it up outside the box. There's an overlap here on the right. Mitchell runs into the box. This is too easy. That's a goal. Oh, Lavia just hits it over. We're going to demand more of our players. They are getting too kind of cut open here. What can we change regards to out of possession? Let's try and trap them inside. Let's funnel them in. Funnel them into the middle of the park there. Too often they've gone down the wide areas there. Right, Lasme, he has it onto Tresoldi. Tresoldi's running inside. He's going to hit it. It's not too far wide, however, it's a bit of a wasted chance from the pressing possession that we did have. Full of highlights this half. Melee. Don't know what he's doing there. Gives it to Worrell. Into James. Out to Chong. Over the top to Lasme. It's a 3-on-3 here. Lasme, 1-on-1. Caprile with great save there. Lasme still got it though. The ball's still live. Not anymore. Diallo picks it off. Ferguson gives it to Sessegnon, and the highlight does end there. So, a lot to do this half. They've had 16 shots. We have clawed back to possession, but they are winning 2-1, and that's all that matters, really. What can we do? We've got the revenge talk there, so we're going to use that against Crystal Palace. Tresoldi's on a 6.5. Pepe's not having a great game either. So Elise, he hits it out wide to Sessegnon, who's had a great game against us there. Nyambe gives it to Chong, although Mitchell just takes it off Chong's toe. Diallo now to Eze, to Bustos. Out wide to Elise. He's going to into the box to Bustos. That's a fantastic goal. Not sure how we scored that on the volley, but we are in trouble here. It is slightly embarrassing. We need to make some changes, and we'll do that now. I normally wait to the 60th minute, but we're going to make the changes now. Nyambe's on the booking. We don't want to lose him, so Fredericks is going to come in. James has played kind of the worst out of the two centre midfielders, so Winks will come in for him. Pepe's on a 6.4. We're going to give Patrick Roberts a run around, and Tresoldi's going to come off also for Gian. 3-1 down. I don't see us get back into this, but we can only try. We'll demand more and go more attacking. We've got to go for it now. Although apparently we're still in 6th. Okay. thought that went in then. Yeah, I think Mealy needs to be potentially dropped for the next game. We are in the cup anyway, so Tobias can come in as our goalkeeper. Mealy to Nagala, Almendra to Chong. Over the top there. There's Lasme. What can he do? He's missed it again. Not playing the best. So we're going to bring in... We'll bring Calcido in. We have a free kick from D. Chong's over it. Who's this going off here? Lasme's going off. Maybe the substitution's going to happen. Chong from distance. Caprile just tips it wide. Roberts with the cross now. Richards heads it away at the back post. Almendra's there on the outside of the box. Come on, let's do something here. Nagalo into the box as well. Gives it back to Fredericks. Out wide to Roberts. That's poor. Very poor by Roberts. Diallo clears it out. And apparently, are we fifth? We're losing and we're actually going up. Not a clue how that's happening. Sessignon to Diallo to Ralves. Bustos to Gibbs White. See, that's another good signing that is for them. Gibbs White down the left. Winks tries to put the pressure on, but he's found Lavia, found Elise. We pushed them inside, but their quality there is probably not the greatest. Richards into Bustos, that's a hat trick. Don't think he's offside. The players have stopped playing. The referee's going to go to VAR, but I don't see this being chalked out. It has been chalked out. That's very interesting. We'll demand more. I mean, I think he's onside there, but we get let off. Unlucky for Bustos. Should have had his hat trick. It's been a good game for the neutrals looking at this, but Palace have just had the more clinical of their shooting there. Well, 3-1 loss. Can't complain. We just need to stay in the division this season. Not happy with the performance. We're not going to praise them for losing 3-1. And looking at the table as we go, apparently we have gone up in the table to 5th. That must be because of other people have lost. But we'll see you at the Carling Cup game next. Right, we are back now for the game against Peterborough. Very disappointing result against West Ham. We're going to go for kind of a rotated squad here. Tresoldi and Salcido up front. They should be swapped around that way. Cabbage and Roberts. Sounds like cabbage. And Roberts on the wings. Winks and Bellingham as our 2 CDMs. With Tabidze. Nagalo's probably the only person that's going to keep his space. Although, to be fair, Maldo, part of me doesn't want to put him in because he may make him cup tied. So we're going to put Nagalo in with Kovacic, Fredericks and Kasper Tobias in goal also. Hopefully a little pick-me-up coming into this. But I think Peterborough last season, they beat us twice. From us being in winning positions as well, so I kind of hope that we can make the most of this and get some revenge. Now, kick-off highlight. I don't know if this is normal, but Andy Lyons. We were looking at him in the summer. Down the right-hand side for them. Our left. Cuts inside. Gives it all the way back to Fox. Into Taylor. Into Pinares. Tresoldi wins it back though. Salcido to Roberts. What can Roberts do? Not a lot. He's getting wrestled off the ball there by Jones. Fair enough. Taylor inside to Poku, who again, another player that was looking at in the summer. Lyons down the right. Good block by Kovacic, and it is kicked out of play. Still looking for a centre defensive mid. Part of me's thinking, do I bring Kovacic in as a young player to get more games, but we'll find out. So Salcido back to Kovacic, into Winks, Fredericks, Kovacic, Winks, Bellingham, Tresoldi, out to Cabbage, What do we got here? He's going to hit from distance. A bit of a waste, but yeah. At least it's a shot on target. Well, off target. At least it was a shot. So seeing this already, Peterborough have already got like 6 shots to our 1. Bellingham round the corner to Tresoldi, into Roberts, back to Winks. Winks over the top to Roberts. Bit tricky on the box. Bellingham inside to Salcedo. It is blocked. And Wilson Esbrand gets himself in the way also. But Peterborough having the better of the shots and also the better of the possession as well. So I'm not too happy about this so far. So we will demand more. No, we won't. Game won't let us. Cheers, game. Right, Fredericks down the right. He throws it into no one. Fox clears it out to Jones. He hits it down the field, but Kovacic does pick it up in defence. Nagalo now to Tabidze, to Bellingham, into Roberts, 1-on-1. Outside of his boot, it's hand off the crossbar. Nice little interplay there, although Roberts probably should have not gone on the outside of his boot, maybe. But Poku gives it to Pinares. Pinares skips past one player, skips past 2. Pinares still down the right. Maybe he's one we should have a look at. Into Poku. Winks gets on the ball. He clears it to Tresoldi. Hits it out wide to Cabbage. Cabbage, I don't know. The Cabbage Patch Kid. Into Fredericks. Back to Cabbage Patch. Can't call him Cabbage Patch. Salcedo up front now. What can he do? Back to Cabbage. Into Tresoldi. Bellingham outside of his boot. What's happening with the outside of your boot shots? Roberts now with a corner. Nothing comes from it though. Tresoldi now. Into Bellingham. Back to Tresoldi. Tabidze has it at the back. I mean, been a half of chances. Maybe one good one for the neutrals, but not for us. And there we go. We owe them what they did for us on the last match. I mean, I know it's a rotated team, but I kind of expect a bit more from our players here. So Poku's going to swing it in. Kovacic heads it away. Jones outside the box, but Cabbage does pick it up. He hits it long to no one. I mean, he's not having a great game, but to be fair, a lot of our players are not having a great game. Lyons down the right. Inside to Poku. Into Taylor. To Cipriano. Wilson Esbrand. Down the left for them. Taylor outside the box. He's hit it from distance. I thought that was going to go in. But it wasn't to be. On to the 60th minute mark. Going to make some changes. We're going to demand more. Winks is going to come off for... Who should bring Winks off for? To be honest, we're going to put Chong in there. Right wing Roberts has another great game. Andrade can come in. And Salcedo. We're going to give Afina a go. Still looking for his first goal for the club, Afina. Hopefully he can do something, but it is all Peterborough here. And Cipriano has put it in. I mean, are you our CDM? No, you're not. We shouldn't be losing to this team, but I feel like Peterborough have got the... Yeah. Peterborough have got us. Our styles do not match. We're fire type, they're water type. One more change for us. We're going to bring on Lasme up front with Afena and just hope. Chong swings into Nagalo. There's Pepe to no one. Kovacic at the back. Into Tabidze. What have we got here? Nagalo. Bellingham. Back to Nagalo. Into Lasme. Surely there's something here. Lasme to Nagalo. To Bellingham. Into Lasme. Go on, Lasme. Is he offside? I don't think he's offside. Is it going to be offside? I don't think he was offside. Is there VAR in the cup? I'm not sure. I thought he was on. It's been disallowed. Okay. Be interesting to see this again. Okay, why have they given it offside for that? Oh well. Last bit of demand more. Pinares, Peterborough, hits it from distance. Tobias holds on to it. He wasn't at fault for the goal. So it's been a fairly solid performance from him. Mason Clark now. To Rowe. To Tomlinson. To Cipriano. So into a bad episode for results this is. Back to Rowe. Back to Cipriano. That's a nice ball into Rowe. Mason Clark gets the head on it, but Kovacic heads it away. Samuels now picks it up. What is going on here? We're just going to drop down to positive. I don't like us on attack. Pepe, though, running through. He's got 2 inside for support. He's giving it to Lasme. That scored. That's not offside. Well done, Lasme. We are level with a minute to spare. In Fox, Pepe pounces on this ball. It's one of those highlights in Football Manager. I thought he was just going to rocket that, but pass it into Lasme. Lasme's put it in bottom corner. Very nice finish. Looks like it's going straight to penalties unless this highlight has something for us. Nagalo wins the header. Chong. Dobbin now has it. Back to Cipriano. He hits it wide to Mason Clark. Inside to Samuels. Into Pinares. This isn't good. Dobbin. I mean, the ref's calling it back. Looks like a Tobias mistake. They're celebrating. Must be a goal. It is a goal. Okay. Mason Clark into Samuels. Peterborough, they love scoring a late goal against us. Pinares into Dobbin. Puts it past Tobias. I mean, they're saying it's a tight offside. I mean, that's offside. Oh well. Oh well. Thrash our arms. Bad game. A game of 2 offsides. What can you do? And we're back for probably the last game of this episode. We've lost 2 on the bounce. We now have West Ham to play, who are in 17th. I'm a little bit worried. I am a little bit worried about how this is going to go. It's we had a good start. 2 wins out of 3. But Football Manager, it's a game of morale. It's a game of momentum. And at the minute, our momentum is failing us. We're drowning in a sea with no lifeboat and no chance. A little bit depressing, but yeah, we need to turn the tide here. And I think West Ham being in 17th, it doesn't really kind of show their actual position where they should be in with their squad. But hopefully we can get a sucker punch on them and just get away with a victory. That's all we're after here. Pepe is going to come in at right wing. We're going to go back to the team that kind of started the season for us. So Gian and Lasme up front. Kovacic, Fredericks, Winks, Bellingham, Andrade. We've got 3 more. We will have, Cabbage and Longhello are not the greatest. So Roberts, Salcido, and Tresoldi. Carmelo, still trying to get rid of. Maldo, trying to get rid of. There is interest from Watford, but the transfer deadline is in 2 days. Fingers crossed we can move the 3 of them on with Tabidze, Maldo and Carmelo. If we do keep Tabidze, it's not going to be the end of the world. He's a good backup left back for us. So yeah. Look at that form. 2 losses. It's not good enough. Can we bounce back against West Ham? I don't know. But Chung with a highlight in the first minutes hit the crossbar. And Gozens has headed it back to Livakovic. But look at their team though. It is a scary team. Pepe crosses it in from the corner. Nagalo at the back post into Chong from close distance. And was he offside? He was offside. Okay. But Zaha, Bowen, Mahrez, Paqueta, Fornells, Susek, they've got the same team that they had when they were in Europe. And now we're facing them. Mahrez does win it off us though. Paqueta into Bowen, into the box. Melee keeps hold of it. Well done, Melee. Throws it out to Nagalo. He hits it long up to Chong. Lovely rhyme. Chong's running in on Gozens. Wins it back though. Cuts inside. Back post to Pepe. Pepe off the crossbar. I mean, we are showing attacking intent here. So hopefully we can, as I said, get the sucker punch and just come away with any type of victory. Bowen, though, might have second thoughts for West Ham. On the left to Gozens. Gozens? We'll go for Gozens. Back inside the Paqueta. Into Fornals. What's he going to do? He has been chased down by Almendra. But Bowen's got it now. Fornals to Mahrez. Inside to Zaha. I'm hoping this is offside. I mean, are they celebrating? No. So I'm assuming it's going to be disallowed. Fingers crossed. Please. Please. It's been awarded. No, the theories have gone. Zaha gets the goal for West Ham. Susek into Bowen, into Fornals. Mahrez, that's going to be tight. Who's that that's played him on? Nagalo has played him on. I mean, if this is anywhere near, boy, we'll let you off, VAR. We will let you off. Not a great start. Another highlight for West Ham. Gozens into Paqueta. Back to Gozens to Thor. Fowie. Gozens down the left. Running free. James has come inside. There's a lot of space here for West Ham if they can find it. Foul? I don't know. Susek to Fornals. Into Zaha. He's hit it from distance. Melee's has let it go. Wide of the post. I mean, was Melee at fault for that? I don't know. I don't think he's having a great season so far, but he's coming up against higher quality players. Mahrez is going to swing it in. Worrell's going to hit it clear. Fornals. Fenner wins it back. Use your pace of Fenner. You got Trong on the right. Pepe on the left. Pepe into Lasme. What's Lasme doing? Nothing. I mean, it's a good counter-attacking chance, but we can't capitalise on it. And we have been the dominant team as well, so this is very frustrating, this is. We've got the higher XG. We're going to thrash our arms. We owe it to West Ham after our last game. I think they beat us in the cup. I think it was 6-3, 5-3. It was a bit of a beating. We'll shout demand more as well. So Livakovic out to Zuma. Watch out, Cats. Zuma's about. Bad ball in. Worrell out to Chong. To Tabidze. To Worrell. There's some space on the right if we want it. Worrell to Nagalo. Out to Niambe. I mean, Tabidze's looking a little bit tired, so he may be coming off for Fredericks. Almendra was searching ball out to Pepe, though. Two in the box there. Pepe into James. To Lasme. Zuma wins the header. Almendra back to James, though. Pepe is waiting too long for the ball. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. Who's our penalty taker? I think it might be Almendra, but I'm not sure. I'm a bit scared here. Is it a pen? It is a pen. Okay. Pepe is our penalty taker, apparently. I don't know if he can score. Fingers crossed for Pepe. Go on, Pep. You can do it, Pep. You can do it, Pep. Pep does do it. Top corner. Lovely penalty. I think rightfully so. We are back level at the very least. Super penalty. Keeper. I mean, he just fell. He just fell sideways. He had no intention of jumping for that. He doesn't want to get injured. 1-1. I mean, look at... Well, I was going to make a change there, but we'll let Pepe take his corner first. Swings it in. Worrell at the back post. Doesn't get anything on it. Fornals heads it out. Tabidze into Almendra. Over to Pepe. This is nice. Two in the middle with Lasme. He's gone for goal. Okay. Keeping up the pressure here. Pepe again. Swing the corner in. What have we got? Headed clear. Almendra into James. Find space out to Pepe. Pepe does nothing. Right, it's going to go out for a change. We are going to make our change. Go out for a corner, I should say. Who's going to come in? Fredericks at left back. I mean, Chong isn't playing the greatest, so we're going to bring Andrade in. I mean, Afena, I want him to do well. We're gonna leave them on just for now. Oh, Pepe's offside. That's fine then. I'm sure that is fine. We're going to demand some more. You know what? It's 15 minutes to go. Let's make our changes. Tresoldi and Salcido to come on. Almendra and James. We're going to bring on Winks. And is that our last change? That is our last change. We're going to throw the dice there. Forget about our defenders. Let's just go for it. Pepe's on a booking. Hopefully he can keep his head. No more shouts here. It's going into the last 5 minutes. What have we got? We've got to demand more. Can we get a highlight? I don't think we can. I mean, a point's a point. We haven't lost. We're going to end at least our losing streak there. We were unlucky today. We have, however, got the transfer deadline day coming up. I mean, 7th from 5 games, 7 points. I'm not going to complain too much. 40 points is kind of the threshold where you shouldn't get relegated. I'm sure we can keep this going. But for now, I will see you on deadline day. I think we might have finally found our defensive midfielder. Abdoulaye Doucouré was released from Everton in literally just before the transfer window comes to a close. We're managing to bring him in for £11,750 a week. Only on a 10-month deal. I feel like it is a no-brainer. It's going to give us a lot of versatility. And if we do lose like Maldo or Tabidze as well, a potential centre-back at the very, very most backup a person. But yeah, so defensive midfielder, come in as a backup. 11,000 a week. Let's accept this bid now. Let's see what they say about Doucouré. So it's coming in as a 3-star player. Very happy with that. Let's hope for some more. Now, this signing's a little bit left field for what I was after. Because we're getting Doucouré in on a free to cover our CDM, we had kind of still got 10 million to spend and 17 million. There is kind of 12 million over instalments and then 4 million up front for Arnaud Kalimuendo. Might be a lot of money spent on this guy, but he looks like he could do a job in the Prem for us as an advanced forward, which is kind of what we are playing with Salcido and Afena. Fingers crossed. He's got good off the ball, good finishing. He's still young at 22. He's got decent pace, agility and balance. The scouts say he'll be an excellent signing. Not a cheap wage though, 48,000 a week, which will rise to 55,000. He wanted originally 70,000. We're gonna bring him in 17 million. I mean, he's valued at 30 to 34. How does he stack up in comparison to our other kind of strikers? He's up there with Tresoldi. I think it's going to be a good deal. We still need to move out Carmelo, Maldo and Tabidze, but I'm quite happy with that so far for us. Transfer window is over. We didn't manage to get rid of Carmelo, Maldo or Tabidze. However, we were close to striking a deal for Scott Wharton of Blackburn, although there wasn't enough time to get the deal over the line, annoyingly. However, the squad that we have the addition of Doucouré as defensive midfielder and Kalimuendo as a advanced forward. So the next 3 games that we have got are Aston Villa, Arsenal and Man United. 3 points out of those I'll be happy with, but yeah, we'll see how we get on, and we'll see you on the next episode. Goodbye.